Time for some videoing. This is not a clean shirt. This is not washed hair. This is unprepared. Kevin talking about things. I have problems. And I think that a lot of my problems stem from the fact that I spend a lot of time by myself thinking about my problems, and then I become really kind of a big narcissist. It occurs to me, like, hours after having a conversation with a coworker that, like, we'll be chatting about something, and, like, they'll start off the conversation, like, we'll be chatting about work stuff, but they'll say, oh, how was your weekend? I'll be, oh, well, I did blah, blah, blah. And then we'll move into talking about the thing, and it occurs to me hours later, I'm like, I didn't ask how your weekend was. I'm just bad. It's like, I'm treating this more like it's an interrogation. A normal person would be like, yeah, that was alright, how was yours? And I'll be like, oh, well, I did this, didn't take much time. So, this whole thing, let's work this out. I feel like I do have problems, though, and I don't want to characterize it as depression or anxiety or bipolar or whatever, because I don't want to detract from people who are suffering from... Okay, first off, because I am not diagnosed with any of those things recently, and I haven't seen anybody about them, so it would be wrong for me to diagnose. But also that if I don't have them, I certainly don't want to detract or misrepresent people who do have those disorders. And if I do have them, I don't want to misrepresent people who have more severe forms of things. But I have noticed that my moods, a lot of the time, if I were going to pick words ignorant of that little avoidance of using those terms, I would say there are definitely times where I feel quite manic, and there are times when I feel quite depressed. And those typically fluctuate throughout the day. I'll be super productive for an hour, and then I'll be like, I want to go and lie down in bed and just watch Netflix. No, I don't even have the energy to pick out what to watch on Netflix. I don't have the mental energy to watch another episode of this series. Maybe I'll try something. No, I just, and then I'll just sit there and fight watching different random Netflix things because I don't have the energy to commit to a particular series. But it's interesting to me in that there are lesser forms of bipolar. I think it's cyclothymia. I think that's the right word. Basically, you get hypomanic, which is like not manic enough to go crazy, and not necessarily depressed enough to ruin your life. But it's like bipolar light. I think, well, maybe that's. But I'm also not the type of person that particularly wants to get diagnosed with those things because that makes it real. So I do try to live my life now, just kind of based on trying to plan around those events that I know, like when I'm up. I guess I'll use up and down rather than manic and depressive. But when I'm up, I'm like, okay, I gotta get up, I gotta be productive, I gotta get as much stuff done as possible because I know that in a short time, I'm gonna be like, nope, no energies at all. And then, maybe that's when I'll need to have had stuff done by, so, I gotta be a little bit prepared for that. I don't know why I'm making this video. I do feel like, though, it's frustrating because I feel like, I don't know that it's gotten worse, but it certainly seems to be more problematic, especially when I go to make videos, because I'll sit there and I'll be, alright, I'm going to make something, I'm going to make something, I'm going to record in like a half hour as soon as the sun goes down, blah, blah, blah. And then I go to turn on the camera and I'm like, I don't want to do this. Because this is going to be like talking for like 20 to 40 minutes, and then I'm going to have to edit it and blah. Which is dumb because I like the process of making videos. I think that's probably not a good sign. And I don't know. I'm just trying to sort out all the things that kind of stop me from being the person that I want to be and doing the things that I want to do. And the more I focus on these things and trying to fix them, the more I just get stuck in this whole idea of, wow, how narcissistic can I possibly be? I shouldn't be focusing on these things. But I try and just, I don't know, things that aren't selfish. Like, I think about the holiday season. I don't have holiday spirit. Maybe it's just because it hasn't snowed and stuck here and the temperature's been 40 or 50, so it's just been kind of bleh. I don't feel like it's Christmas. I don't have any desire to listen to carols. Maybe that's just that I'm older. But maybe it's just that I'm so just drawn into myself at this point that I can't do anything other than make a vlog where I say me. And now the self-loathing of the narcissism is going to kick in, and I'm going to have to stop talking now. Unless I was going to talk about you, but there are so many of you, and you all are individuals, and so I can't talk about you generically, because that would be simplistic. So I guess this video's done. Bye.